Hi everybody, my name is Alyssa and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing a flawless foundation makeup application and just how I contour, which is very easy, quick, and simple, which I'm going to try to make this video like as short as possible because I am on a time span to go to work. So first thing I start with is I get my beauty sponges ready. I always want to call them beauty blenders, and they are not. They are Morphe sponges, only $7. So get that, you know what I'm saying. We're going to prime first. I've already done my morning skincare routine. So depending on the type of foundation I'm going to be using, that depends on my primer. So if I'm using a thick foundation, I go in with a thinner consistency primer. And I have been blending. I'm going to be using the Huda foundation, which is very, very, very thick. So with that being said, I mix these two NARS Pour and Shine, and then the Tarte 12-hour tinted BB primer. So this one I only use for my T-zone. So let's stick it there. And for my favorite, if I'm using like a thinner foundation, which really basically every other foundation besides the Huda, I use the Tatcha, the Silk Canvas. It's amazing. I'm sure that anyone that watches YouTube has seen it, so we're not going to talk much about it right now. It does wonders, but I noticed that when I use that Tatcha primer in the Huda foundation, I've heard a lot of people it works for, but my skin type, which is really just normal, so I don't know if maybe I'm using too much foundation. I don't know what it is, but it ends up being way too thick. And when I set it and put all the bronzers and the blushes and all that stuff, it ends up being way too much for my skin, and it kind of just starts to like come off, honestly, and it looks like crap. So okay. Now, let's try this again. That's what I was doing down there. I ordered my Tatcha, or my Tarte primer from QVC, and it came with this brush, and I love this for these primers. I start off in T-zone with the NARS, and I don't know, I never thought to mix these, because when I used only the Tarte at first, I didn't like it at all. But then when I did this, I was using way too much. You have to really be careful on how much primer that you're using. When I first used the Tarte one, I freaking hated it. Like, literally, I was using way too much of it. It would just rub my makeup off. I looked like a freaking cake face bakery, you know, the B word. Like, it didn't look cute, so. And I stopped using it, and I was like, man, that sucks, you know, because it wasn't cheap, you know, I didn't get it for free. So I'm like, how is a way that I can use this? And then I kind of just tried out randomly the way that I just showed you, and it really, really worked. I also love the Smashbox primer. Too Faced has like a peach, I forget what it's called exactly off the top of my head. Maybe when we do another video, I'll show you guys. And one of these days, I'm going to do a skincare morning and a skincare night routine. Because this is the first time filming. I just got the iPhone XS. And I'm just digging my skin right now. It's never been this good before in my life. So the new products that I've been using, I will definitely be doing a review on because they changed. They changed me for the better, okay? Things have never been this good for me. And normally I don't have bad skin, but it's not like really good, so. And every time I've been recording lately a video, my nose just runs, and I'm not sick, so like, is it karma for the bad things that I've been in my life, or like, what? So, I take one pump of Huda. I might have to look at my mirror a couple times, guys, and I'm really sorry. I'm really gonna try to just use my phone. But like for placing stuff like this, sometimes you just gotta see, because you don't want to mess this up. Especially for work, like, I can't be fixing it at work. One, about almost a whole pump. I can't, there's really not, like 3/4 a pump. Whatever. So you definitely, definitely do not want to use too much of this foundation. Like I got a little excess on my hands, which I always do this. I kind of just put it right down here. Because I don't like fully bring it into my neck, because I really, really work hard to try to find the best match of foundation for my skin. But what I do is I bring it down to like right here and just blend it. Okay, let's get to blending. I'm not going to film myself blending my whole face. I'll probably do like half, so I will let you know. Let's start. I always start right here. Boom, 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 bounce, bounce, bounce. Don't pull it. Do not pull your blender, because I used to do that a long time ago when I first started using this, and it looks too light, just you'll see. I used to pull it, and I used to not wet it too, which I think is even funnier. I didn't know what I was doing at all. I always I started off using my hands, and then I switched finally to brushes, and I used brushes for the longest time. Like, I'm talking a year. Whenever I blend right there and try to talk, it doesn't work out. So, it's a new thing that I figured out. So you kind of see how I'm doing it. Like, almost kind of pulling it, but not. Like, when I start to pull, that's when it's lifting up. So you're going to just keep bouncing like this. And this foundation is a matte, dry finish. So it doesn't look good until it dries, in my opinion. Like, when I first put it on and I started blending, I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to like this. You know what I mean? Like, the first time I used it, I'm like, I freaking hate this. Until I found the primer, the right primer for it, the right way to use it. I used a brush for it the first time, because that's what Huda actually recommends to do, is use her brush, and I didn't like it. So until I used it with a sponge, I did not like this foundation actually. And so what I do next is I take my mirror, I don't want to blind you guys, and I get real close and personal and look close to my skin and make sure that everything is blended perfectly. Okay, I'll be back. Let me do this real quick. Okay, we are back, and now I have the other side all blended out and ready for concealer. So, I was thinking this as I was blending my other side. When you are using a super full coverage and thick foundation, my recommendation is to maybe grab a little lighter coverage. Like, I personally don't use this Too Faced Born This Way or the Tarte Shape Tape concealer with this one, because this is already very, very, very full coverage foundation. So for me, I get a little cakey. So all of these things that I'm telling you about, the thick and thin primers and the different concealers, it's all gonna tie up into how your foundation ends up looking at, the end of the night or at the end of your routine, whatever. So my couple favorites of my lighter, thinner concealers is the Tarte Creaseless Concealer and the Tarte Radiant Creamy Concealer. So I'm going to use the NARS today. I don't know if I said the right ones. Okay, Tarte NARS. So we're going to use the NARS. And this is how I do my concealer. I start here, which this used to be the only concealer that I used at all, was the NARS. Like, this has been my baby since a really long time ago. And I started to want to, explore out, and so that is what I did. There's that. You see, I bring it down my nose, a little bit down there, a little bit up, just a tiny little bit at the forehead. All this is going to do is brighten you up. Oh, and there goes my beauty sponge down on the yummy brown. And I didn't wet my other one, so now, here we go, do the same thing on, obviously. No, I have two different techniques, actually. One, just kidding. Let's get it popping here, y'all. There we go. Okay, now let me just find this real quick here. Here she is. There she is. And now, oh, I forgot something, but it's okay. So you don't have to do this part. This is just one of my favorite parts. This is the cheaper version too. You can take the Iconic Prep Set and Glow Spray, or you can use this beautiful one. It's the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. I use this for my concealer in case sometimes they want to dry up a little bit and try to play you. You know what I'm trying? So this is very expensive stuff, so I don't use that much of it. Oh, and I just sprayed the air. So let's try this again. Laced in it, I love it. Take it, and now this is how I do. I'm gonna blend my concealer for you guys so you can see it. I'll start here, and you're gonna really, really, really don't pull at all. Like really try not to, because you want it to be kapam, you know? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna just go like this, and make sure that you really get it in there before you start going faster and moving around. Now this is where I take it to my eye, because if I'm in a hurry, I don't use eyeshadow primer. Your concealer will work just as good, if not better. And get it all in the eye. Yeah, this concealer, this has been the OG concealer for me since I started using high-end makeup. This was my favorite from the very get-go. And one day I'm gonna do the same thing. So I go to the chin next, that's what I do. I'm gonna do a drugstore alternative. I just gotta think of my favorite old ones that I used to use. Oh my god, I remember like the Maybelline, I forget what it's called. It's like, obviously tan. And then it has like, the applicator is like a sponge. It has like red and it twists. That's a really good one. I know you guys probably know what that is, because that's really popular. I do the forehead. See how that just brightened it up? Well, you probably don't see that. Okay. Now, I'm going to actually go off the camera for this one. I'll be back. Okay, we're all blended, looking a little bit crazy, which that's okay. It's just a part of the process, girl. Okay, so let's get our setting powder out. For when I'm trying to go like full glam, I use a translucent powder. And when I'm looking for a more natural day, like the no makeup look, I use a banana powder. So I have the Too Faced Born This Way setting powder. I'll show you over there so I can use this second. So you're gonna put your product in there. It looks like this, and the cap is black. I guess I should have showed you that before I put it in there. So go ahead and take this, put it in there, dump it, and then tap it as much as you can. You don't want to use too much, because then that's just not good. So you will be looking dry. Start here, down, eye, and then you go on that. I don't personally bake. Maybe I should. It might work better, but this, for me. Say hi, Jax. Hi. Okay, so we're looking a little crazy right now, but I promise it's gonna go away here in just a second. Now we're going to take our powder foundation, which I use the Tarte all over your face, for like 90% of where you didn't put the translucent powder. Like I still end up doing more a little bit, but don't full blown pack it there, because it's not a cute look, I'm telling you. So go start here. You can like feel. I can't look like that. I have to be organized. Stuff's it all in there. Okay, so now we are going to move to the contour part, which if you're a beginner, take an angled brush like this. I've been using this one because it really gets in there, but today we're on a time limit. If you're a beginner or if you're in a hurry, make sure that you used an angled brush, because it just blends it for you, kind of. Like, it's a lot easier. First cut, I told you. Okay, now, right here. This also is going to color your face up. And you know what? Like, when I look at myself, I don't look as, like, kabam, white and crazy in person. So, maybe I need to tone the white down. Hi, baby. Oh, okay, this isn't working. Like, I need to talk and explain. This is what people wanted, was the contour, and I'm not even talking. So, you literally see where that like indent in your face is. If you don't have one, just make your own, okay? And no, Jackson. you'll see what I'm doing. And how you blend this is I push really hard in it. Come on, man. I'm not gonna let you around me while I do my videos if you're gonna act like that. Just talking. Like, this is a makeup video. Yes, this is important stuff. And so you're gonna get there, obviously. Sorry about the interruption. You're gonna get there. And then I already did there. You can't really see it, but I don't want to go overboard. I guess I'll put a little bit more. I get it here, and then I get it like right here, and then my forehead. And I'm blended pretty good. Okay, now before I move on to blush, now you're gonna take your setting spray, which I use between the Urban Decay All Nighter and then the Morphe. The Urban Decay is expensive as, I was gonna say something bad, but it's expensive. This is only 15 bucks. This is my first setting spray, so you're gonna just, don't use too much, but don't use too little, just go to town, you know? It's the best part. And then when, what this does, it, like, melts your concealer, foundation, and all the powders. It's bunny. Ugh, it takes forever. Okay, we'll be back because this got. Alright, y'all, and we back. Okay, so the next step is brows, and I was looking for my Morphe brow wiz. It's not a brow wiz. Pencil spoolie thingy bob, and I can't find her anywhere. So, Burt's Bees now has Chai Tea. Chai Tea, my favorite, in chapstick. I love it. I love Chai Tea so much. Okay, so I guess we're going to be using the Anastasia one. The Morphe one is literally this, and it's only $5. This, as we know, is expensive. This is just a little bit too light for me, but I go over it anyways with my dip brow, so it doesn't really matter. It'll work out. First step of the brows is to... Oh, and I fixed the lighting a little bit, so I hope it's not as, like, in your face. So let's go ahead and brush them like this. My eyebrows are really bad right now. Really bad. I overplucked. You guys know how that goes. So go ahead and twist some product out. About that, you can't see. A decent amount, but not too much. And start, everywhere is like, start at the top, start at the bottom. I start wherever I want, okay? And it really is everywhere. Like, I just literally put it on. Because this part is important, yes, but this stuff's way more forgiving than the dip brow. So, I don't know how much I really love this. I haven't used this pencil in a really, really long time. I've been using that Morphe one, and it was actually almost gone, so I'm not too mad that I can't find it. Like, I had, like, I was on the last twist of it, so I was gonna have to order some. And I thought this was a lot lighter than it really is. It's actually not as light. I don't know, maybe I was being crazy or something. Okay, so before I go into the front, I take this spoolie, and you blend it with this. This is how you blend them. Boom, okay? Now they're looking really good today, actually. And I wish that I would have been using this a really long time ago. Okay, so now this is where things can go real bad and get real crazy real quick, okay? So now what you're going to do, you have the base of your eyebrow on. How weird does that sound? The base of the brow. So now you're, oh, I don't have anywhere to put my elbow. Let's get really close. Really close. Okay, so, this camera is so good. I'm obsessed with it. I was just asking my friend too, like, how do all these Instagram models get, like, their camera, like, their pictures come out so flawless? It was the camera the whole time. I don't think it was me. Just kidding. Oh. Alright, now, awkwardly moving on. I need to twist it up a little bit more. And let's start doing small strokes. very small. And I'm gonna kind of, I do this, like I start the strokes. Oh, that light though, what just happened? There we go. And it's back! Oh, and it's gone, okay. So let's, small, strokey, until it starts to look in, because you don't want to just draw a box, because no one wants box brows. Like, box brows just aren't real. So now you're going to take your spoolie, and this light is going to, you're going to brush them and blend them. See, that is too light for my, okay, so the brows are both on, and brows really change up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just can't imagine what my life used to be like before I started doing it. Okay, so the brows are done. One of these days I'm going to do a video just on eyebrows. And do like a real depth tutorial for the brows. But just not today. Today is for the flawless foundation application plus the rest of my makeup. So, we did that. Now we're going on with blush. I use this a lot, this one, because it just really is easy. It's an angle brush. It's easy. But I've been using one of these brushes that came in my Morphe set. Oh, and I'm using a real, I'm going for like, when I do a super bold eyeshadow look, I go in more with like a lighter blush. So, do that and tap. And this is the Tarte Fairy Dust, I think, Fairy Flush. Broke my little eyeshadow holder down here. So, it's great. This is the Morphe Boss Babe Artistry palette. I love it so much. Let me show you guys how it looks. Oh, it is gorgeous. So today, let's see, what kind of eyeshadow? While I'm deciding on what look I'm going to go for, I'm going to start transitioning. Transition is just a super light tan, or whatever lightest color of your look is what you're going to do. So I'm taking the one next to this pukey green, which this one really doesn't show up on me, so you know what? I'm going to take a little bit of that too. Right? This is where you put your transition shade. The reason you use a transition shade at the top is because when you go in with those darker colors, it's going to bring everything together. Just like that. You should see, like, if you're using the right brushes, you should see a nice little line. Look back a little bit. See the same thing on the other eye. You know what? I think I'm feeling greens today. Greens are the top of color. I've never used any of the greens. Yeah, we're using greens today. Just for the fact that, like I said, I've never used a green eye this color. Okay, so my eye shape, my eyes are different, like, shapes. This one I love. This one, like, I have a lot of space over here, so it's really hard sometimes to get in how I want them. Like, I have to put my makeup up higher over here than over there. I don't know why. Ow! Oh my goodness. The NYX glitter, these things, let me tell you about them. They're amazing. And I haven't even, ooh, curl, did you guess? I got a green. Wait, that's not green, is it? You can't tell. Let's put it on something else like here. No, that is very, very gold. Okay, well, I guess I'll be... I really want to use these greens today. Maybe I'll put a little bit of that on top of it. Alright, now we're going to go on with the second darkest color, which I'm going to just take a brown first. We're going to take this brown next to red. up it. Put right basically where you put the transition, but like the tiniest bit under. See where it's thinner? It just makes your brown blend. Anyway, I gotta get closer. This isn't working. With your eyeshadow, you want to pull it up and bring it out to get like perfect look. Let's see what you want. Okay, see how my eyes do that? I hate that. We're gonna have to go back in. The transition. Just bring the tones down. That's why I have to bring my eyeshadow up so freaking high. You gotta soften this up at the top. I think it's just the view, because from over here, like, it looks normal, but from, like, the camera, it doesn't. Okay, it's all gonna pull together at the end regardless, so I just need to calm down. These didn't look, like, soft, they didn't blended. So really get your colors soft. Like, I think this is the most important blending part. Like, I like to get that all blended before I even go into anything. So I'm going back in, same brown, doing the same exact thing. I need this mirror here a little bit. See? That was not easy doing it from far away. I'm gonna pull it, drag it, and drag it. Then as you see, this is how I blend. Well, this is how I initially put it on to get it going. Go back in with the brown, tap tap. So, as you guys know, I have to go up a little bit higher on this eye. So that's what we're gonna start doing right now. Okay. Blending is really easy, especially if you have the right brushes. I remember before I started shopping from Morphe eyeshadow, it still looked good by every means, but it took me double the amount of time. Like, Morphe brushes blend your stuff effortlessly. Okay, so we got that brown on there. Now let's go back in with our transition shade brush. Give a little bit more. We're gonna soften the edges. Ooh, you know what? Hold up. That product right there. A little bit more brown right here. See, this is where things get awkward, right in this area. Alright, now let's get nice, close, and personal real quick. Check it out. So it doesn't look like, obviously this isn't a look, but this is how it should look. It looks a little crazy, I feel like, when I put it up close and personal. It's just kind of, doesn't really matter though, because it's gonna look crazy regardless, because this is not meant to be by itself. Alright, now let's go back. Back again. Okay, this one is alright. Hello. Okay, now let's take another brush. This is gonna be like the same brush as those ones. This is just from a different set, and we're gonna take a dark green right here. Okay. And I'm gonna mix it, I think, with the one right next to it. Tap, tap, tap on the mirror. And we're gonna put it right here. The outer corner. Just all of it up a little bit. Ooh, I don't know about this texture here. Too soft. I think I might have used like a little bit too much brown to the look that I had going for. That's okay. I'll go for a darker look. See how I'm just putting that right over the brown there? It's just looking real smoky. Real smoky. the same thing on the other eye. So I'm using the brush that I had the brown on. Because these brushes, the 12-piece set that I got is bomb. There we go. That's what I need to do. Alright guys, so I went back in and I blended everything. I wanted to stop the video because it was getting really long. It was only 14 minutes, so yeah. Now we're going to go on the lid. Let's take your packing brush, take your setting spray or whatever you use, spray it. Now let's pack on our lid color, which I don't know which one I want to use. Do I use a light one since I'm really dark, or do I do, okay, I have an idea. No, I need to use a color I've never used. Which I've never used this one right over here, right in the top left corner. I've never used that or any of those. So we're going to take this one and then we're going to take one of those lighter ones and pack it right on at the top. So, and using that setting spray is really going to help you with the glittery colors like this. It doesn't matter how bomb they are, this just makes them more vibrant and it packs them on. They're real nice, quick, and easy. It makes you not have to work so hard, which, y'all know me, I don't like to work that hard. That's not work. Other than that, I want to be chilling, you know? So that's really looking good. A little bit of fallout, I will say, but like, I'm talking just a tiny, tiny bit. So. Here we go. Ooh, I didn't see. And sometimes when I go on the second eye, I forget to spray. And you can just totally see the difference. So we're going to go spray. You got to spray each eye. I always forget sometimes. Totally, like, I mean, watch this. Okay, cool. Now, let me just get real close here. Like, this is what I do after. I get real close, make sure everything's looking good. Now let's get, why do I keep dropping all these up here? Translucent, they're both the same because I just accidentally got some brown in the one. So let's take the dark olive green again, and I'm going to mix it with the brown, just to put a tiny little brown in there. Okay, now we're going back to the inner corner. We're darkening. Dang it. Sorry, y'all, my battery went. Darkening the corner back up because the sparkly stuff is going to get over there the tiniest bit. There's just nothing you can do about it. So we're going to darken this corner out. We is in the studio. Now we're going to do the same thing into the other eye. Okay, it's really, you know. Now what I'm going to have to do is take my brow pencil again. Well, I'm going to use the dip brow and go over my tail of the brow because I got some eyeshadow up there, which is okay. And I'm not pulling another palette out right now, but yes I am. Taking the Tarte Mermaid palette. This is the best palette on the entire, oh my god, it's really hard to open now. It's the entire, my favorite palette on the planet for shimmers. Oh my god, these shimmers though. They're beautiful. I use this inner corner color all the time. So you're gonna take it here. This is the type of brush I use for it too, by the way. Here, I want a little bit more. I'm gonna take another gold. Oh, I gotta smoke the under eye out. Dang it. Okay, we got more to do. There's that. Now let's put this, under the eye. Take a very small brush. Exhibit A, like this. Okay. It's purple. Yeah, let's take this super purpley purple right here. these in. Go like this. Let's go off camera real quick for eyeliner and mascara. Alright guys, eyeliner and mascara is done, and I gotta walk out the door like right now, so we're just gonna highlight super fast. This is the Morphe Christmas collection. Just go like this, right, real quick. Take it up here a little bit, kind of where like the sun hits your face. Ooh, I can't see. In there. And you do not want to put too much highlighter on, trust me. So this is basically like the finished look minus like lipstick. So I hope that you guys really like it. I'm loving it. I should have put some lashes on or something to like really hit it, you know, but whatever. It's okay. I don't have time right now. Maybe a workout in 20 minutes. Okay, so for lipstick, I'm using one of the Too Faced Naturals in Overexposed, and I think it would look so perfect with this eyeshadow. So let's hit it. Is it. And I'm also going to set my face with the Too Faced setting spray, but I'm not going to do that until I walk out the door. I just used a couple spritz because, you know, we didn't already set our face. So this is the finished look. Greens, purples. Alright, well thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and if you want to see when I upload, hit the little bell right next to it. And yeah, that's it. Thanks guys, have a good day. Oh, awkwardly. And even more awkward. Alright guys, I gotta go to work. Bye.